the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here at Daytona as OP Racing Super Speedway Series presents their Daytona 250, and it will be 100 laps of non-stop racing action. My name is KR Stolfus, and in the booth with me tonight, my good buddy Dave Worrell. But Dave, you're feeling a bit under the weather, but man, some racing here ought to cheer you right up.
Oh yeah, there's one thing that always cures some sickness, and that's some hardcore racing action. Sure, we're gonna have some of that out there on track here tonight, with a lot of crazy racing action here in happy hour already.
Yeah, these drivers are still kind of adapting and learning the new car, new tire. I shouldn't say new car, but new draft package and everything, and all the changes. We're only in like our second week of our new iRacing build. But as you can see, drafting still stays the same for the most part. You want to tuck in tight behind somebody and shove them as hard as you can.
Yeah, I've just been noticing maybe it's the rear ends just seem to be a little bit lighter when you get a big pack together. See a lot of wiggling out there out of a lot of different drivers so far.
Well, we have just about 2 minutes left in this warm-up session. While we can, let's go over our point standings coming into our event here tonight. Rick Seabrands holds on to the points lead, 18 points ahead of Logan the Kid Helton. James Mayer in the third spot, just 20 points behind, 2 points behind Logan Helton, so a close battle there for second place. Anthony English 30 points out, and Robert Dubendak, early seasonal winner, right now finds himself in 5th place in the standings. We're coming up on race number 11 here tonight. That means we have let's do some counting, 4 races left in the regular season. Our regular season finale coming up April 13th, so a lot of racing still to go in the season, but drivers know it is starting to get down to crunch time. 5 races left if you count this one, and not everybody has a race win that would like to be in the championship.
Yeah, this close to when this chase begins, KR. I think it's you don't have a win, you're on the outside looking in, you really aren't going to pay attention to the stages. You're going to be focused on getting yourself into the chase and into victory lane.
Robert Dubendak is the only driver that has 2 wins on the season. Rick Seabrands, James Mayer, Hunter Reynolds, Mark Mann, Travis Elliott, Joshua Milam, Derek Conley, and Chase Berry all have 1 win on the season. So it just goes to show how difficult it is to get multiple wins in a OP Racing Super Speedway Series season, that we only have 1 driver that has done it. And Dubendak came out swinging, started this season off with a bang, and then he has had a hard time getting back to victory lane. So we switch over to qualifying. 1 driver already making his way out on the track. That is Logan Helton in the 63. As Logan begins to accelerate a long 2 laps here at Daytona. 3 laps if you count the out lap. It does eat up quite a bit of time. Chase Berry checking in on YouTube, wishing himself good luck. Chase, we've been missing you. Glad to see you out here tonight. Look forward to watching that 11 machine do a reverse celebration lap or even a reverse qualifying lap. But Logan Helton in the 63 going to start his first timed lap. And this is not going to be his money lap. He is looking to be the fastest on his second lap. 28 machine of Derek Conley out on track. As these drivers start to make their way around, Anthony English in the 40 machine has 5 poles on the season. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 has 4. Only one other driver has a pole, and that is the 4 of Rick Seabrands. Derek Conley, no stranger to sitting on the pole. He has quite a few throughout his career with OP Racing Super Speedway Series, but so far none this season. Check in on the 11 machine of Chase Berry as he starts to make his way out on the track. Slowly getting up to speed and making his way around on the apron. Alex Green in the 15 machine rolling around as well. Alex dropping down to that yellow line. He is now on his fast lap. And Dave, is there anyone in qualifying you got your eye on?
I'm actually just surprised at the amount of drivers that haven't hit the racing surface yet. A ton of drivers still just sitting in their cars waiting to go. We've seen that from Anthony English in that 40 do it multiple times so far this season, KR, where he just kind of hangs out for a bit and then goes out there and snatches the pole towards the end of qualifying. So it looks like a few other drivers trying to wait and see if they can pull a fast one.
Rodney Cobb in the 44 machine, driving for Buck Wild Racing. Drops it down to the yellow line for his flying lap. Right now he is in 5th place. Right for the moment, the 28 of Derek Conley sitting on that top spot. He has a lap time of a 47.219. We'll see if anyone can top that time. David Overstreet in the 02. Maker's mark on the hood of that machine, which is ironic because I have poured my first drink of whiskey in quite a while. And it's not Maker's Mark, but it's still pretty good. '77 machine of David Boo. Sporting a little bit brighter car, a little bit brighter paint scheme here tonight. At least it looks a little bit brighter here in the daylight. The 77 of Booth looking for his first pole of the season. Not only that, but David Booth really trying to find a way to gain some points. He is mired deep in the standings. Right now he is 18th in the points standings. Has yet to register a top 10 in this season. And the 77 going to cross the line and move all the way up into 5th place, but we still have a lot of qualifying to go here tonight. The 24 machine of Will Weber. 4X graphics on the hood of that thing. Will Weber trying to start up and graphics design and iRacing paint shop. You're in the market, hit up 4X graphics from Will Weber. Tell him KR sent you. Not that I'll get you anything. Probably you'll end up with a worse paint job, but maybe say Dave sent you. Dave, you got a good name, don't you?
Now he'll probably get charged more if he mentions my name.
Checking in on the 11 of Chase Berry. Chase doing his coveted reverse qualifying lap. Right now, Chase Berry sitting in a 12th on the speed chart. He has really got that thing wide open. He is really ripping it down the track, tearing up the asphalt.
I mean, hey, 12th backwards, that's not too bad. I'll take it.
But Chase Berry out here having a good old time. Surprised that engine hasn't popped yet, as he is on, I don't know if he's on lap 2 or not. Hard to tell. James Mayer in the 95 machine. He is down on the yellow line. He is trying to improve his position from 14th place. He works his way through 3 and 4. We go on aboard with the 95 machine as he works down towards the tri-oval. Down below the yellow line, across the line. And Mayer gonna jump all the way up to first place. Gonna steal the pole away from Derek Conley. The 3 machine of Robert Payne rolling out on track. He's gonna cross the start-finish line. Robert Payne gonna jump up into 12th place for his qualifying effort. And just like that, Randall Cobb in the 52, taking pole position by 0.002 seconds over James Mayer. So Cobb laying down a heck of a flyer. The 04 of Mark Mann rolling out as well. He is down on the yellow line. And Dave, your Batmobile out for its qualifying lap.
Yeah, but I've actually got my eye on Josh Milam working down the backstretch on his second time lap. Only shook out 16th on that first time lap, but only 0.3 of a second off. That's well in the range of being able to be made up on this second time lap. So I'm watching him work his way through 3 and 4 back through to the tri-oval.
Down onto the front stretch he goes. Across the line, the 7 machine of Josh Milam. Gonna move from 18th up to 3rd. So a big jump for him. But now the man with the most poles, that is the 40 of Anthony English, rolling around on the high side. We'll see if that 40 machine will be able to lay down another flying lap and take pole position. But before we do that, we are going to step away for the national anthem and be back to bring you our starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid. And that means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup. Randall Cobb in the 52 machine, earning his first pole of the season with the 95 of James Mayer on his outside. Row number 2. That is going to be the 7 of Josh Milam, earning a 47.218 on his outside. Anthony English in the 40, turning a 47.219. And hold on to your hats here, folks, as we are going to say that number a whole lot more. Row 3 with a 47.219, Derek Conley in the 28 machine. On his outside with a 47.219, Logan Helton, the rookie, the kid, gonna be starting outside row number 3. Row number 4 will be the 53 of Dave Hunt with a 47.229. Cody Ober on his outside for row number 4. Row 5 will be the 21 of Daniel Holloway and the 62 of Les Levy.
Starting inside row number 6, the 24 of Will Weber. To his outside, the 44 of Rodney Cobb. Row number 7, the 4 of Rick Seabrans, followed by the 04 of Mark Mann. Row number 8, the 50 of Sean McCarrick, and the 00 of Rob Connors. Row number 9 here tonight, the 77 of David Booth, and the 02 of David Overstreet. Row number 10, the 3 of Robert Payne, and rounding out your top 20, the 15 of Alex Green.
Row number 11 will be the 18 of Mark Vega and the 35 of Doug Rice. Row 12 will be the 11 of Chase Berry, who did his lap in reverse, and the 10 of Robert Dubendak. Row number 13 will be the 14 of Cody Eldred, our race control, so he really won't be out there, but man, Cody, we appreciate what you do for this league, the drivers, and this broadcast crew. And on the outside of row 13 will be the 51 of Travis Elliott. Row 14 will be the 84 of Aspen Bellman and the 82 of Dan Harrington, and that is going to make up our starting lineup here tonight. 27 drivers looking to take the green flag. Stage number 1 coming your way. 3 stages in total. Stage 1 ending on lap 25. Stage 2 ending on lap 50. And then the final stage ending at lap 100, or if necessary, a green, white, checkered. But the green flag is out, and we go green flag racing here at Daytona as the 52 of Randall Cobb, with his first pole position of the season, races off into turn 1 door to door with the 95 of James Mayer, the 40 of Anthony English on the back bumper of that 95 machine, but Josh Milam in the 7 and the 52 of Cobb starting to surge forward down the backstretch.
And a big gap behind that third car outside lane. Logan Helton looked for Les Levy to drive up through there and fill that hole. Those first 3 on the outside row, KR, they got away to a big jump from the cars behind them. There you see it affecting them just a little bit. Coming back to the line, getting your pole sitter lead the first lap. Looks like he's going to have it. Now can he keep it?
So Cobb gonna pick up the first lap lead. James Mayer in the 95 hanging tough on the outside lane. Very calm start to this race. Everyone staying pretty much in the line that they started in. While the battle at the front is side by side, this inside lane has got a lot of drivers that have quickly got single file. The 00 machine of Rob Connors and that Budweiser red and black stock car down to the inside here, as he's going to tuck in behind the 10 of Robert Dubendak. But you can see a long line of cars down on the inside lane, just a handful of cars in that outer lane for the moment, but it will not stay that way for too long.
Yeah, everybody just happy to run the bottom lane right now. Just log a few laps here. When everybody starts to close back in on each other, you'll see some drivers make some moves. We've seen it week in and week out, and I can guarantee you'll see it again here in the next, I'll call it the next 5 laps.
Got Mara Clark checking in on YouTube. How you doing, Miss Clark? Thanks so much for joining us. I am sure that she would like a check-in on her favorite driver. That is the 04 Mark Mann. Right now, Mark Mann in 16th spot. The Batmobile tucked in behind his teammate. That is the 4 Rick Seabrand just in front of him. But Mark Mann closing in on the 4 here. Good news for Mark Mann. He figured out how his gear shifter works, so he did not crash coming to the start-finish line on this green flag.
That could be a good thing. 3 wide racing up near the front, though. KR Sean McCarrick has jumped to that 3rd lane, trying to make a few moves, fell back just a little bit, now trying to close back in on the rear bumper of the 44 of Rodney Cobb. But other than that, everything looks pretty calm up at the front. Drivers content with just 2 wide, giving each other room.
And the 50 of McCarrick staying up high, not too worried about dropping into line there. Now he's going to tuck in behind the 18 as the 18 looked like he's going to try a 3rd lane, but we do have a few drivers peeling off. That is the 8 and the 21 of Cody Ober. Daniel Holloway, Robert Payne, Alex Green, and Dan Harrington. That is all 5 drivers from DEI wannabes. They all hit pit road at the same time. That is a very early pit stop, but we've seen that play out to various degrees of success, but a common trend is one of the first teams on pit road, as long as they have enough cars to build up a proper draft speed, ends up being the leaders when it all shakes out. Now we got a few more drivers hitting pit road. 3 wide on the pit road. Will Weber all the way down on the bottom. Handful of drivers on the pit road, several of them making their way towards their pit stalls. Meanwhile, the 63 of Logan Helton, the 40 of Anthony English, and the 95 of James Mayer, they now find themselves running 1, 2, and 3, but they have dropped down to the yellow line after they have been running nose to tail in that 2nd lane. Gotta wonder when they're gonna make the break for pit road, and it is right now. But the 10 of Robert Duvendak almost getting into a bad situation. That 10 machine had to get up on the wheel and save it as he got down a little bit too early and upset the car on the apron.
And it's kind of weird seeing the pit stops so early, KR. We got used to seeing them later on in the runs. Now the crew chiefs are opting for as soon as the fuel window opens up, so gonna mix things up pretty early here.
Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by Alliance Motorsports, trying to highlight the teams that make up OP Racing, as the 18 is going to make his way on the pit road. David Booth in the 77 started to hit pit lane, but then backed out. He is all by himself. That 77 machine going to have a long, slow lap here, as he has no drafting help, but he is the only one who has not been on the pit road. Everyone else has made their pit stops. And the 21 of Daniel Holloway leads all drivers who have made the pit stops. And it is DEI wannabes running 1 through 5, and the caution flag gonna come out And I believe for the 51, no, I am not sure who our caution is for. The 11 of Chase Berry pointed the wrong direction. Let's see what happened here. Chase, hard impact into that inside wall. The 0-2 of David Overstreet would know where to go. Taking a heavy hit here. We're gonna go on board with the 0-2. And man, that is just a hard impact for David Overstreet. But one driver who this is gonna benefit, that is the 77 of David Booth. He had not been on the pit road. Everyone else had made a pit stop. And now David Booth gonna be able to catch up to the pace car and pit along with everyone else.
And Mark Vega actually came out smelling like roses as well there, KR. He did pit by himself, but luckily caution applies for him. He's going to be able to pit once again with the rest of the field and maintain some track position. But with drivers knowing they've got enough to the end, will we see anybody stay out?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good question. I think we'll see a lot of drivers elect to stay out here, but it benefits David Booth in the fact that he's not going to continue to be all by himself. He would have pitted, lost the draft, and continue to fall back, but this caution is going to allow him hit pit road and catch the tail end of the field. But with everyone else already making pit stops, I expect to see that they will stay out. In fact, they all are. And Daniel Holloway in the 21 being scored as our race leader, trying to catch up to the pace car. Also, I guess it helps if you are live.
Yeah, that's usually a good thing.
Yeah, helps to be live. All right, so now that we're back live, holy smokes.
You know, I've done that before, KR. But there's a lot of stuff I've done, so we'll not talk about that. So, yeah.
All right. Quick little recap. Logan's fan club is watching here tonight. Want to welcome you all in. Grab a seat, sit down, enjoy the racing action. Long way to go as we're on lap 12 of 100. Logan Helton in the 63 machine right now finds himself in 10th place. So he's sitting in 10th, but he came into tonight second place in the point standings. Logan has a good points accumulation, but let's see if we can't get a quick word in with the 63 of Logan the Kid Helton. Logan, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. Well, your fan club's checking in on YouTube chat here tonight, so we just wanted to let you get a quick word in about how your race is going, what your plans are, and how you're going to win it.
Well, so far we just decided to pit with everyone since it was our best bet. Caution came out kind of at not the best time, so we're just dealing with that. Still in the top 10, so it's kind of working out. Still in the same place where we went in pretty much. But yeah, just staying up front is what I'm going to try and do to win the race and be there when it needs to happen.
Well, the 63 comes into tonight sitting second place in the point standing. It's just 18 points out of that top spot. No win yet on the season. with just 5 races left till playoffs? Are you starting to get worried about not having a win, or are you just out here each week trying to accumulate as many points as you can?
So far, I'm just trying to get as many points as I can. A win is nice to make sure I'm locked into the points, but so far, I feel like I'm doing okay, so I'm not completely worried about trashing my win to get a win, or trashing my season to get a win.
All right, man. Well, that's a good, solid strategy, and we'll let you get back to the race, man. Thanks for taking a moment to talk to us. But before we do, any shout-outs or thank yous?
Just to all my friends and family for watching the race, and yeah, thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast.
All right, that is Logan Helton, driver of the 63 machine, going to be, well, restarting. It was 10th, but we had a few drivers hit pit road. Now he is going to be restarting on the inside of row number 4. And Dave, I don't know about you, but we're getting ready to fire him off again. I'm kind of excited.
Yes, sir. That 77 of David Booth. He's been running pretty good the last couple of weeks. Up there, gonna have control of this restart. Send us off into green flag racing one more time. Cody Ober right there. That first group, once again, KR, first group to pit, they usually end up in the lead.
That they did. Daniel Holloway, Cody Ober, Robert Payne, Dan Harrington, Alex Green. They were the first 5 cars to pit, all on the same team, and they did manage to cycle around, almost stealing the race win. Caution came out, spoiled that. The 77 of David Booth had the better strategy, like he had a crystal ball and knew not to hit pit road. But we're getting ready to fire him off once again. Pace car down and away, and David Booth and Holloway in the 21 start to accelerate and head off into turn number 1, side by side. This field stays. Nobody taking that quick dive down to the inside lane. Everyone staying in their relative starting lane. And the 77 of Booth really starting to open up a bit of a gap on Holloway, but Holloway is going to be charging right back down the backstretch.
Field beginning to have that accordion effect once again, heading down into turn 3 and 4. Side lane breaking up just a little bit on entry as Alex Green goes a little high. Going to cause a little bit of a gap, slow down the progress of that outside lane, but there you see building the momentum once again. Holloway trying to get up there and challenge Booth for the lead of this race.
Do want to point out that David Overstreet in the 02 and Chase Berry in the 11 have both managed to rejoin the race, but they are both 2 laps down and heavily sidelined, already having to use a fast repair to get back out there. But they are back out there, and a long way to go for these two. Still have plenty of time to get back on the lead lap.
A very, very long night ahead. Drivers still 85 laps to go as we cross the line to begin lap number 16 here out of 100 in the scheduled race distance. And I say scheduled race distance, KR, because, yeah, well, race trends have already shown we may see a green-white checkered or two.
Very possible to see those green-white checkered attempts. Always got to keep that in mind, and you do have to plan for it when you make your final pit stop. It is something that you have to make sure that there's enough fuel in the tank. Back to the front, the 77 and the 21 continue to run side by side. Robert Payne, Cody Ober, teammates with the 21 machine, the 82 and the 15, all 5 DEI wannabe GOP racing stable right there in the first 3 rows. And then, yeah, they they got to figure out a way to move this 77 off to the side and make something happen to get all 5 of them in line down on the inside.
Catching back around the 17th position there, KR. Rodney Cobb looked to go 3 wide multiple times there with Aspen Belvin and Mark Vega down there on the inside. Kind of had to give up the run, but things look to be calming back down 2 by 2 all the way through the field.
We look off the nose of Rob Connors in this 00 machine. Down on that inside lane, and I don't know about you, Dave, but I have always felt claustrophobic anytime I get down on the inside in the pack like this. Rob Connors in the 00 doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. He's not looking to make a move up to the high side just yet, but man, I look to make that move to the high side every chance I get.
It depends on the mood I'm in, where I want to run. I like the bottom because if it happens, you got somewhere to go. If you're on the outside lane and something happens, you hope it's either in front of you or just behind you. It's very hard to make your way through the big one.
Meanwhile, at the front of the field, the 21 of Holloway has managed to work his way down to the inside lane. He is in front of the 77 of Booth. That gives the lead to the 3 of Robert Payne on the outside lane. Holloway going to lead his 4th lap of the race. And drivers starting to creep up on the end of stage number 1. Remember, it is at the completion of lap 25. Right now, Holloway in the 21. He is in that sweet spot, but Robert Payne in the 3, starting to mount a charge in the outside lane. Alex Green washing up a little bit there. Cody Ober, Dan Harrington backing up into that 4th row on the inside line. The drivers continue to run side by side, door to door here. And it has been a very respectful race so far, I would say. No one has been trying to push anyone too hard. Seems like everyone has elected to sit back and chill for the moment. But we all know as we get closer to the end of this stage, drivers are going to start ramping up, trying to put themselves into a better position.
Absolutely. Drivers side by side making their way off of turn number 4. We begin lap 22. And KR, as you alluded to already, we're clicking off the laps, getting closer and closer to the end of stage number 1. Those side drafts going to get a little bit closer. The pushes are going to get a little bit bigger. Moves are going to come from 2-3 cars back from the front. I can assure you, we're not done here for stage 1 yet.
Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine, trying to make it 3 wide. He's starting to make a move up through the middle. And Belvin gonna tap the 52, our pole sitter, going around. Big stack up. Derek Conley, Josh Milam, Dave Hunt, Chase Berry, Mark Vega. All of those drivers getting involved in this one. We'll check this out from the blimp view. The 84 of Aspen Belvin trying to go 3 wide. Contact with the 52 is just going to stack the field up behind them. Take another look at this one. Off the nose of Josh Milam. Heavy contact for several drivers. Gonna bring out our second caution of the night. And I think this is going to give the stage win to the 21, though I have not heard from race control just yet. With the caution flag coming out, Daniel Holloway in the 21 going to lead the charge on the pit road. Anthony English in the 40, last minute diving out of the line on the pit lane. And race control is confirming Holloway with the stage win as the 21 hits pit road, be serviced by his crew. Anthony English in the 40 stayed out to lead his first lap of the race. He's going to have to hit pit road before too much longer. A curious little strategy there by the 40 of Anthony English.
Maybe he's just trying to lead a lap. KR, get a point for leading a lap? Not quite sure.
Yeah, good. You know, always go for as many points as you can. So speaking of points, 21 of Holloway, our stage 1 winner, and let's see if we can't get in a word with him. Daniel, you got your ears on?
Oh, yes, I do.
The 21 machine brings home stage number 1 for the trophy case. Tell us a little bit about that opening stage.
Good team effort in that first round. Early pits, we stuck together. Wish that caution didn't come out, but top 5 as far as this team, or top 6. So, you know, team pit strategy and everything, and worked out pretty good.
Now, you guys were the first ones to come down pit road. Was that a predetermined call to pit on that lap, or was it you guys just wanted to make sure you were the first ones?
I think both. I think we wanted to be the first ones in there, and it showed.
All right, man. Well, stage number 1 is yours here tonight. That 21 machine looking pretty stout out there. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Shout out for this Hershey Reese's Cup car here. So hopefully I might finish good tonight and maybe take that win for Team GOP and everybody. You know, I'm gonna say Alex, Cody, Rob, Harrington. So hopefully as a team we finish strong tonight.
All right, Daniel, man, again, congratulations on the stage 1 victory.
Thanks, guys. Hopefully into this race I might be up there.
All right, we'll look forward to it. That is Daniel Holloway, driver of the 21 machine, picking up stage win number 1 here tonight. So while the cars cycle around for a little bit, we're going to step away. Dave needs a break. As I said, he's feeling a bit under the weather. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers of OP Racing Super Speedway Series wrapping up this caution here with the 21 of Daniel Holloway, his teammate, the 3 of Robert Payne on his outside. We get ready to fire him off once again. Pace car down and away. Holloway sees the green flag, and we are back underway to start stage number 2 here at Daytona. This stage gonna end on lap 50. And Holloway and Payne in that 3. Payne washing up just a little bit. Big wiggle from the 3. Outside lane falling back here on this start. That is gonna allow the 63 of Logan Helton to make a move to the outside lane. And now the 63 trying to hustle that car down the backstretch and take over the top spot.
And slowly through the race, KR, he's made his way pretty much methodically up here the front. He's seen the opening. He jumped out there, looked for him to try to utilize the push from the drivers behind him and make the switch from second to first here in the next lap or so.
Outside lane, 4 cars in it. That is the 63 of Logan Helton, the 3 of Robert Payne, the 8 of Cody Ober, and the 4 of Rick Seabrands. That 4 machine came into tonight as your points leader. And he is looking like he's going to try and add on to that points lead. But the guy sitting in second place in the points, that's the 63 of Logan Helton. Logan looking for his first win of the season, but having a stellar season regardless of the fact that he does not have a win. If he keeps this up, he is going to be able to point his way into the championship and not worry about a win.
Logan's actually one of the drivers I'm surprised we haven't seen victory there yet. KR, a win would just kind of solidify his talent and really make the field be on notice that the kid ain't here to play.
Daniel Holloway in the 21, making his way back to the front as he starts to gap the 63 of Logan Helton. James Mayer in the 95 staying down on that inside lane. He had an opportunity to move up to the high side, but stays tucked in behind the 21 as Holloway going to lead his 13th lap of the night. So far, he has led the most laps with 13. David Booth sitting in second with 8 laps led. That 77 machine been running in that top 5, top 10 all night long.
And KR, it just looks like the 3 of Robert Payne just doesn't want to push that hard just yet, and that's why that 63 of Logan Helton in that outside lane is losing a little bit of ground on the field.
The 50 machine of Sean McCarrick, he has found a way to catch up to the 4 of Rick Seabrands, has tucked in behind him as we go on board with the 50 of McCarrick. Now Rick Seabrands moving down to the bottom lane. That is going to allow the 50 to really close in on the 8 of Cody Ober and get a good run in that outside lane. We'll see how this plays out. Stage number 2 going to end at the completion of lap 50. And already we got a few drivers hitting pit road, one of those being the 53 of Dave Hunt, our pole sitter in the 52. Several others coming down pit lane as well. So Randall Cobb in the 52 leading this charge. That is a large group of drivers, almost half the field hitting pit road that time.
Yeah, and the fuel window just opened about a lap ago, KR, so these drivers still having just about, I believe it's 18, 19 laps to go on fuel. That's the distance they can make it, so look for a lot of these drivers to hit pit road this time or next time by.
Daniel Holloway peeling off He's going to lead several other drivers on the pit road, including the 4 Rick Sebrands. One driver who stays out, that is 95 of James Mayer. Mayer going to lead his second lap of the race, and he is going to have the 63 of Logan Helton stay tucked in right behind him as we go on board with Logan. You can see he is pushing that 95 as hard as he can on his back bumper. That is no quarter given, throttle down kind of racing right there. Backs off just a hair to get through the corner, but man, he was pushing him hard down the backstretch.
And maybe keeping an eye on that oil tank there as they break for pit road this time by. We did see a few drivers pushing the envelope in happy hour, KR, and popping those engines.
That they were in the 63 aggressive entry on the pit road. James Mayer in the 95 though, getting there first. Mayer into his pit stall, Logan Helton into his. Mayer not very cleanly, he had to back up. That is going to cost him some time. But now the 00 of Rob Connors in the 50 is Sean McCarrick. Only 2 drivers who have not pitted. They stay out for the moment, and they are running nose to tail trying to work together here. They can go further in this run, but they've gone as far as they want to go. They are making their way onto pit road. Big time wiggle by both of them as they make the break. The 40 of Anthony English and the 63 of Logan Helton already trying to get up to speed. Here comes the 21 of Holloway.
And that's a great move right there, KR, for the 63 to move up just a little bit. Not really block, but just make Holloway think about it for a second. I can assure you, crack the throttle just a little bit, so that should allow English to grab a hold of the back of Sebrands right here and keep these 2 drivers in play.
The Holloway and the 21 back to the front of the field. Green flag pit stops have spread out this field a little bit. We do have what is now a 6-car breakaway for the race lead. Holloway in the 21 leading this 6-car group. Anthony English in the 40 and the 63 of Logan Helton. They have made their way to the outside lane. They are going for this race lead. Working as 2 cars. Now the 4 of Rick Sebrands going to jump up to his outside. Try and make something happen.
And the more these drivers battle, they're up here side by side at the front. Single file, just a few car lengths behind them, about 1.3 seconds back from that top 6 group. Mark Mann leading a charge of cars. Single file, I believe it's all the way back to about 15th or 16th. It's a long journey.
James Mayer in the 95 machine. Right now he finds himself in 19th place after running up front. Mayer falling back a little bit here. The 11 of Chase Berry, the 02 of David Overstreet, and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. They're the only 3 cars 1 lap down. Aspen Belvin running a torn up race car, trying to get to the end of stage 2 before using a fast repair, but he is down on speed. Meanwhile, Chase Berry and David Overstreet, they're battling to be the first car 1 lap down. For the moment, that is the 11 machine of Chase Berry. He is closing in on the 95. We have 13 laps to go here in stage number 2.
Just like that, that train of cars being led by the 04 of Mark Mann has caught that lead pack of 6 cars. We're going to start seeing side by side, 3 wide as we get closer to the end of stage number 2.
Anthony English in the 40 machine. having led a lap by staying out under a caution, now trying to lead a lap. Oh, as we got cars crashing behind this group, Josh Milam in the 7 going the wrong way. I believe that's the 35 of Doug Rice, pointed the wrong direction as the field came rushing at him. Nothing to do there but close your eyes and hold your breath, because he was a sitting duck. So let's see what happened to the 35. Doug Rice just comes down onto the 82 of Dan Harrington. Josh Milam with nowhere to go. I think we're going to take another look at this one. From the blimp, the 35 backing up. He's trying to slow it down from race speed, but gets back into the wall. So caution flag coming out once again. And I'm not sure, I don't think we'll have too many people on pit road this time.
Yeah, with coming to pit road only 4 or 5 laps ago for most of these drivers, I really don't see the necessity to come. They can make it to the end of stage number 2 and then come down, get 4 fresh tires and fuel, so no need to come down when there's only right about 10 laps left when we go back green flag racing to the end of stage 2, KR. So, but what I would expect for some big moves here at the end of this thing, look for possibly Cody Ober, maybe Robert Payne, Rick Seabrands to come from about 5th or 6th. Try to take a shot at getting a stage win.
So Daniel Holloway in the 21, your stage 1 winner, now leading the field once again. So guys, we're going to take a moment. We're going to step away. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers still cycling around behind the pace car. And let's take a moment here and let's find someone to talk to. And I'm gonna pick a random person, and it's just randomly gonna be the 04 Mark Man. Mark, got your ears on, bud?
Yes, Care, I do.
Well, that 04 machine, as always, looking sharp and purty as ever, but we seen a while ago you spent some time on pit road. You got any sustained damage on that 04?
I don't. I had to make a pit stop. Had to hop over the wall real quick and make a pit stop there myself.
All right, so the 04 is still looking purty. No fast repair used yet. You still got that one in the bank?
Oh, you know it. I got it there. Holding on to it. Hopefully I can at the end of this stage too. I may peel off. I don't need the stage points.
All right, well, the 04 getting ready to go back racing as the lights have gone out on the pace car. But you got your fans out here watching. Anyone you want to say hello to and give a quick and special shout out to?
Mara. Hi, Mara. I know she's watching tonight.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the rest of this stage and the race.
Thanks, Care.
That is Mark Mann, driver of the 04 machine, giving us a quick little head count. Well, I shouldn't say head count, but that explains his long pit stop there, Dave.
Yeah, a little bit more than I wanted to know about it, but
driver needed serviced.
It is apparently.
All right, so the 04 gonna be restarting in this outside lane. Daniel Holloway in the 21, down on the bottom of row number 1 on his outside for this restart. The 40 of Anthony English. Lights have gone out on the pace car. We get ready to go green flag racing once again. Pace car down and away. Daniel Holloway in the 21 gets on the throttle, and we are back underway here at Daytona. Cody Ober wasting no time getting to the back bumper of that 21 machine. He is pushing hard as they are trying to outrun the 40 of Anthony English. English having no help whatsoever is falling backwards. Logan Helton in the 63 looking to make a move up to the high side if he can clear the 40 here. But now Anthony English trying to tuck in tight to the 63 of Helton. But man, that inside lane really got rocking and rolling. That outside lane was just left playing some sad jazz flute.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Anthony was doing on that restart, but it was not paying attention. He got opened up pretty well on that one, and Holloway took the lead and hasn't looked back. Now, big move to the outside by Robert Payne, just in front of Logan Helton, with a big push by the 40 of Anthony English. That outside lane beginning to finally surge back to the front and challenge Holloway on that inside lane.
Do want to point out we have had one driver go behind the wall here tonight, very possibly calling it a night. That is the 35 of Doug Rice. So Doug Rice out of the race, and he is the only car that is out of the race. We have 24 drivers on the lead lap, 2 drivers 1 lap down. Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine right now, first car 1 lap down. Chase Berry in the 11, he is the second car 1 lap down. They are running side by side, the 84 and 11. Well, I shouldn't say side by side, nose to tail would be a more accurate description, as the 11 trying to track down the 84. But back up at the front, the 63 of Logan Helton leading the charge as he has made his way in front of the 21 of Holloway. And Logan Helton looking to lead his first lap of the race, but Robert Payne in the 3 gonna steal his thunder, and Robert Payne now it has the race lead. He has cleared the 63, but elected to stay in the outside. Holloway and Helton starting to make the run from that bottom, and Payne, big wiggle up to that high side. Mark Mann in the 04 took evasive action. That might cost Mark Mann some spots here late in the stage. We have just 5 laps left.
Yeah, and it looks like Robert Payne just wants to stay on that outside lane. Now you see Holloway making his way to the outside line just in front of that 3. But Payne had the opportunity to drop down in front of Holloway, but didn't, and Helton cleared him, and that's when he dropped down to the bottom. Now look for Holloway to make that switcheroo back around on the outside lane with help from the 3. They work their way back off of 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Drag race for the lead.
Daniel Holloway in the 21, Logan Helton in the 63. They make their way off into turn number 3. Sun starting to set. Lights have come up here at Daytona as we transition into nighttime, and the drivers all starting to get a little bit heated under the collar as we're bringing an end to stage number 1. Just 3 laps to go. Remember, it is the completion of lap 50 when the checkered flag falls on this stage.
Right now, interesting to see the 40 of Anthony English leaving about a half a car or more from the 3 of Robert Payne. Looks like he may be sizing up a run to the outside, or maybe looking to stuff it into the middle and utilize the air around him. We all have seen it, KR, that inside lane, or middle lane, I should say. Once it's there, you can get to the front really quick.
Yeah, that middle lane just needs enough space to fit 1 car in it, and someone will fill it. Who is Will Weber in the 24? He is down below the racing line. He is going to be able to blend back in, but he is going to lose a ton of positions. Logan Helton in the 63 for the moment has the race lead. Holloway, though, wrestling it away down the backstretch.
Going to be real close going into 3, not able to get the job done and slot back to the inside lane. Holloway still leading that outside lane, bottom row inside, leading that back. Logan Helton with a big push from Cody over now back to the line. Holloway's going to lead it, but the inside lane surging back as they head back towards turn number 1.
Final time around for stage number 2, and Logan Helton in the 63 trying to win this stage. Holloway looking to make it 2-4-2. He is out front, and he has got the 3 of Robert Payne on his back bumper, and now Holloway going to dive down to the inside. Robert Payne in the 3 is keeping Logan Helton trapped behind the 21, and Holloway with the momentum for the moment, things looking to go his way. Helton can't get clear. Now he's taking a peek down to the inside, but at the line, Daniel Holloway going to be your leader and win stage number 2.
Yeah, big moment there. Helton looked to that inside, seen it wasn't really there. Holloway knew stage was coming to an end. He had nothing to really defend right there in the final few feet. Great job by him jumping down on the backstretch to slow up that inside run.
So Daniel Holloway wins the first 2 stages of the night. That 21 machine has not only won the first 2 stages of the night, but so far he has led 27 of the 50 completed laps. So he is a man on a mission here tonight.
Another rookie flexing his muscles, KR. There's multiple rookies in this league, in this series, that have showed up and showed out on Monday night.
As the field catches up to the pace car, the end of the stage is going to see pit road very busy. Four tires, I would assume. Haven't seen anyone take 4 tires yet. Daytona, Talladega, known for being very easy on the tires, and at some point, someone's gonna try that 4 tire strategy and break away from the 2 tire stops that they've been having. Caution time's a good time for the 4 tires. We'll see how many of them go 2 versus 4. Robert Payne in the 3 machine leading the charge on to pit road. Well, Dave, what would you do? 4 tires or 2?
I'm sitting there until you put 4 tires on it. I'm not moving. I don't want 2 tires. We've got 50 laps left to go. Give me the tires now. We'll discuss whether or not I take 2 later on. Right now, just give me the 4 so I can start just like I did at the beginning of the race. You know, and just have to go from there.
All right. Several drivers winning the race off of pit road, taking 2 tires. That is the first 5 drivers off of pit road, 2 tires for them. Everyone else behind them, 4 tires. So, a little bit of split strategy, but you knew someone was going to have to try and do 2 versus 4. Derek Conley in the 28, winning the race off of pit road, but the one that we are going to talk to, and again, he is your stage 2 winner, as he makes it 2 for 2. That is the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Daniel, you got your ears on, bud?
I do again.
Oh, man. So 2 stages here tonight. Now you just need 1 more to hit the trifecta. What's it going to take to win this race?
Man, teamwork and trying to just stay up front, keep our car clean.
That 21 has been staying up front very well all night long. You have led 27 laps here so far tonight. And have you been spending some time in practice, been able to find a little bit of extra speed out of that 21 machine?
This car's been good. You know, this sponsor I got, it's been good luck with me in other leagues that I'm in, and it's just been good. You know, I've raced with most of these guys around here, so I'm pretty comfortable with everybody here. So let me see if I can win.
All right, well, you got some fans cheering for you in YouTube chat, so now that you got a microphone here, any special messages you'd like to send them?
I'm hoping, you know, 3 for 3 for tonight, but shout out to the fans and who's watching too. Sarah, my fiance, friends, family.
Ah, Sarah's your fiance, huh?
Amanda.
Oh, does Sarah know about this?
Oh yeah, she's my aunt.
Oh, okay. It's so hard to see the commas in vocabulary or speech. All right, man. Well, 2 for 2 for you. A great night so far. Good luck in the 3rd stage. And, man, we hope to talk to you once again here tonight.
Yep, thanks, guys.
That is a Daniel Holloway from GOP Racing, winning his 2nd stage. And Dave, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this final stage. And this racing stuff is it's exciting.
Yes, it is. The only thing actually keeping me going right now, KR, is the racing medications and things like that starting to wear on me. But we're going to try to stick this thing on out before I fall asleep in the corner. Not from the racing, but just heavily medicated.
The lights are on the pace car. A few drivers hitting pit road at the last second. Derek Conley winning the race off of pit road by a 2-tire stop. Logan Helton in the 63. Gonna restart on his outside. Logan taking 2 tires as well. Alex Green in the 15. Our pole sitter, the 52, Randall Cobb. He's gonna be restarting outside of row number 2. Row number 3 will be the 62 of Les Levy. And on his outside will be the 3 of Robert Payne. So as the drivers all start to form up, start to stack up, get too wide. Final stage coming at you. And I can't pick a winner. I know Dave can't pick a winner. But if you guys in YouTube world, in that chat box, want to pick your favorite driver, your favorite one to win this race, now's the time to start calling them out. I won't hold you to it. I will even let you change who you pick to win this race up and until they cross the start-finish line.
Oh, I have been banned. The FCC has came out with restrictions banning me from giving my predictions because it always ends up in disaster. So I'll just keep my pick right now. The man I've had my eye on in the race, I'll just keep that quiet. And we'll see if they can actually finish tonight.
Derek Conley in the 28 machine. Gonna restart soon as he can. Waiting for that pace car to get out of his way. Conley gonna get on the throttle as the green flag flies once again. Final stage underway. Derek Conley, Logan Helton door to door. Nobody really able to be on those back bumpers of our leaders, and Logan Helton in the 63 gonna dive down to the inside, and he is gonna tuck up to the 28. Now the 52 leading the charge in the outside lane. Randall Cobb looking for some help from the 3 of Robert Payne. Alex Green in the 15 machine falling back a little bit here. So the 28 and the 63 working together, staying out in front of this field.
And we've seen it on these restarts as of late, KR. A lot of cars having some issues getting going. That's allowed top 2-3 cars to break away. We see the outside lane suffer the most here tonight, where they're just not able to get going together and challenge into turn number 1.
Logan Helton in the 63 making a move to the outside lane. The 52 of Cobb gonna suck up to that back bumper, give him a nice little shove down the back stretch. And Logan Helton, for the moment, has his nose out in front of the 28 of Conley, but Conley gonna surge back ahead on this inside lane through turns 3 and 4. Alex Green trying to stay in the draft, trying to get to the back bumper of the 28 and push him out into the lead to cross the start-finish line before that 63 does. Conley has led for 5 laps here tonight. Logan Helton on his outside has only led for 2 so far. Both of them picking up bonus points for leading a lap. And Dave, we're working lap 58. We got 43 laps to go. And we've seen a lot of 2x2 racing. Have not seen 3 wide yet. When will you expect to see drivers start to bust out that third lane?
I would expect to see it possibly coming to green flag pit stops, or just after green flag pit stops. Drivers going to be jockeying for position even harder, as we can expect to see those green flag pit stops somewhere in the range of the next 15 to 16 laps or so, and that's going to still leave some of these drivers on the outside of the fuel window looking in. But as we all know, cautions change everything. Race trends do tell us we will see a caution within those last 20 laps as well, so a lot of racing still yet to be done.
Want to check in on the 21 of Daniel Holloway. He is falling through the field quite drastically. He finds himself all the way down into 20th spot. Now he's trying to make his way back to the front as we ride on board with the 21 machine. Got himself into a bit of a knot of cars here. Anthony English in the 40, the 77 of David Booth just ahead of the 50 of Sean McCarry. The second group of drivers, and speaking of third lane, we got 2 drivers going for it. That is the VYR drivers, the 84 and the 51. They're up in that third lane. Aspen Belvin getting back on the lead lap. So too does the 51. Travis Elliott. They each have been 1 lap down at one point in this race. The 84 ended up 2 laps down at one point, but now he is back on the lead lap. Now we are 3 wide down the back stretch. I was holding my breath there, Dave. I don't know about you.
Yeah, 3 wide, a little bit sooner than what I expected it. Logan Helton jumped out from behind the 15 of Alex Green to try to utilize the run coming from Aspen Belvin and Travis Elliott. That seems to be working now, but they've still got to put up with the 4 of Rick Seabrands as well as Derek Conley down leading that inside lane as Helton moves his way to the middle. Aspen Belvin stays to that third lane.
Logan Helton diving down in front of the 62 of Les Levy as we ride on board with the 15 of Alex Green. The 7 of Josh Milam just to the left of Alex Green. Aspen Belvin in the 84 to his right. So Alex, the meat in the middle of this sandwich. And man, oh, contact. Will Weber in the 24. He goes down through pit lane and a big stack up as they were coming to the tri-oval. Anthony English getting involved. Daniel Holloway in the 21. He's involved in this. David Booth in the 77. Several drivers look like they were able to get on the brakes. But this happens coming off of turn number 4, the 15, the 7, the 24, all getting together, and then just mass chaos and mayhem. As everyone scattered trying to find somewhere to fit through this mess. But the caution flag gonna come out. We're gonna have 38 laps to go. That means there's still going to be one more pit stop on the night, so I expect to see several drivers hit pit road.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and hit pit road now. You're going to have to come at least one more time, possibly work your way into a pit strategy situation, maybe fuel only, or maybe even just right sides.
Derek Conley leading the charge on the pit road. The 63 of Logan Helton following him. The 4 of Rick Seabrands into his pit stall. Everyone else making their way. Several cars getting caught up in this one, getting torn up. But Logan Helton in the 63 gonna win the race off of pit road. Solid pit stop by the 63. Logan doing a great job, and he is going to win the race off of pit road. So guys, we're going to step away for a moment. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Racing. You wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Turn 3 Racing Network as we bring you the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. They present their Daytona 250. Dave Worrell has had to call it a night, so from here on out, you guys are stuck with me. Sorry about your bad luck, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And a big shout out and thank you to Dave as he tried to soldier through tonight despite being sick. He gave it a valiant effort. I give him props. He got a very solid effort put in there. But man, when you're under the weather, not much you can do. But Logan Helton in the 63. Right now, everything looking sunshine and roses for him as he's going to be restarting this race as the control car, that 63 machine down on the inside of row number 1. On his outside, the 28 of Derek Conley. Inside row number 2, the 4 of Rick Seabrands. And the 52, our pole sitter for the night, Randall Cobb, gonna make up the outside lane for row number 2. Lights are out on the pace car. It gets ready to peel off onto pit road. There it goes. It makes that left-hand turn. Logan Helton waiting for the opportunity to get on the throttle, and the green flag comes out. And we are back underway with 34 laps to go here at Daytona. Conley and Helton side by side off into turn number 1. The 4 Rick Seabrands really going to give some added energy to that 63 machine. Derek Conley waiting for some help, but so far no help is coming. Well, I mean, it's on its way, but it's not helping him a whole lot. Now the 51 of Travis Elliott going to move to his back bumper. And Elliott going to start pushing that 28 just in time as they head off into turn number 3. Rick Seabrands in the 4, Logan Helton in the 63. Those are your 2 cars leading the charge on the inside lane. The 02 of David Overstreet, who got caught up in the first incident here tonight, finds himself 3rd car on that inside lane. So what an outstanding recovery for the 02 as he ended up at one point 2 laps down because of the damage he sustained. But here he is back on the lead lap, and now he is sitting as that 3rd car down on the bottom. And remember, just before this caution came out, we were talking about the 21 of Holloway, how he had fallen all the way back into 20th spot. He got caught up in that yellow, but here's the 21. He is now sitting 3rd car in that outside lane. So Daniel Holloway looks like he is a man on a mission. Winning the first 2 stages so far, has led the most laps with 27 laps led. Now he's back in the mix for this race lead. Down the backstretch the field goes. Still sitting Helton in the 63 and Conley in the 28. Leading the respective lanes, but now Conley with a big shove from the 51, gonna make the move down to the bottom. And Derek Conley now leading the outside lane. That is gonna give Travis Elliott clean air in that 51 machine. Side by side into turn number 1. Holloway pushing on that 51 of Elliott. Logan, big wiggle up into the 51, catches it before contact is made. Meanwhile, a few cars through the field here. Several drivers dropping down to that inside line. Alex Green in the 15 machine. Right now sitting in that inside lane as he is running door to door with the 77 of David Booth. Logan Helton in the 63 has managed to wrestle the lead away from Derek Conley. And we go on board looking out the back of the 63. With the sun setting on Daytona here as the 28 is going to make a move to the outside. Helton tried to keep him behind him, but Conley just would not be denied. As the sun sets, track temp has cooled off. Track temp may have cooled off, but the drivers' attitudes and tempers maybe have not. We still got quite a few laps to go, 29 laps in total. But the battle for the race lead really starting to heat up. We have seen the 63 and the 28 exchange lead here a couple of times now. Holloway in the 21 has dropped down to that inside lane. Dan Harrington in the 82, someone we haven't got to talk a whole lot about here tonight. Harrington from the GOP Racing stable streams these races live on Twitch under Demon Tech 82. Carries that on the nose of his race car. Feel free to switch over to Twitch. Check out Demon Tech 82. Tell him I sent you. Give him a like or subscribe or whatever it is that Twitch has going on these days. Just tell him I sent you. He'll thank you profusely. The 62 of Les Levy staying out of the way. That 62 gonna go one lap down. He is the first car one lap down and the only car in that category. Josh Milam in the 7 has dropped out of the race. He will be scored in 25th spot. Rodney Cobb in the 44 out of this race as well. He will be scored 26th, and 27th place going to the 35 of Doug Rice. So 3 cars out of the race, 23 cars on the lead lap. Les Levy, the only car right now that is not on the lead lap, that is out on the track. You can see that 62 machine has seen better days. He is a bit torn up. He is going to continue to soldier on, but it will be a long night for that 62. Logan Helton at the front of this field, representing Checkered Flag Motorsports very well. As the 53 of Dave Hunt, he now is going to go one lap down. Dave Hunt, a new addition to Buck Wild Racing, picked up a win for that team in a weekend event that OP has. If you are interested in joining OP Racing here on Monday night, don't forget, apply for the league, run their 2 series on Wednesday night or Saturday night. Prove yourself. You can handle your car. You got good situational awareness, can make good decisions at a super speedway. And then they will invite you up into Monday night. That is what Daniel Holloway has done. That is what Logan Helton has done. That is what a lot of these drivers have done that are here this season, that have the R's behind their name. So drivers working through the ranks, now putting on a heck of a show for you here on Monday night. you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you do hit that thumbs up. It really means a lot to these drivers. They do try to put on a good show. They always ask me, hey KR, how are we doing? How are we looking? I said, man, these fans love you. They're great. They love interacting in YouTube chat, all that good stuff. You guys just keep putting on a heck of a show. They'll keep watching. Right now, that 63 machine out front. Helton has led for 12 laps, looking to add another one. Conley has led for 14 here tonight. As these two continue to jockey over this race lead, everyone behind them also positioning, maneuvering, trying to find the best spot they want to be in. Everyone keeping an eye on that fuel gauge. We're creeping up on the possibility of green flag pit stops. Drivers are about 3 laps away from the fuel window opening up to make it the rest of the way. Keep in mind, if needed, we will have 2 green-white checkered attempts. And you can see that inside lane starting to really acquire quite a few drivers. Derek Conley, Travis Elliott, staying in that outside lane. As Logan doesn't look like he is going to make the break for pit road anytime soon, going to lead another lap. He now moves into second place in that category. He has a shot at catching Daniel Holloway's massive lead lap. Laps led, leading laps category. Oh man, big words, getting confused, tongues all sorts of twisted. Holloway has led for 27 laps out here tonight. That 63 machine trying to wrestle that extra bonus point away. Also trying to claw some ground back on the 4 of Rick Seabrands. And now Daniel Holloway making the break for pit road. All of DEI wannabe on the pit road. So those 5 drivers all hitting their pit stops this time, right as it breaks with 20 to go. If this thing stays green, they should have enough fuel, but I do not think that they're going to have the fuel in the tank to cover a green-white checkered. So it is now all about strategy and gambling and all. Who has got the best crystal ball? Who can peer into the future? Oh, is the 63 drifting up a little bit, almost getting into the 28. Nobody else making the break for pit road this time. DEI trying to stay together here. Oh man, the 8 of Cody Ober out of shape there. That is going to leave Daniel Holloway out to dry. Alex Green and Dan Harrington getting caught up. These guys have got to form up quickly because the pack is behind them and they are closing with a vengeance. So as they get up to speed, this team has really got to form up and do it quickly. Logan Helton in the 63, continuing that charge down on the bottom. The 4 of Rick Seabrands staying committed to his back bumper. Not really having a lot of options as that outside lane has been tucked in tight to their doors. Travis Elliott in the 51, Will Weber in that 24 machine. Mark Mann in the 04. Tucked in behind the 02 of Conley the 02 of Overstreet as Conley dives down to the inside to take over the top spot, but we might see Conley hit pit road Nope, not this time. It's going to be here in the next few laps. Everyone else is going to have to make the break for pit lane. Holloway leading his team. These 5 drivers all pitted together. They try to stay single file and draft together. The 3 of Robert Payne. We look out the back, you can see the leaders there behind him coming off of turn number 4. '51 of Elliott staying way up high. He is now going to slot down in behind the 95 of James Mayer. Old Jimmy in that 95 machine trying to claw his way back to the front. Jimmy has had an up and down race here. He has fallen to the back a couple of times, tried to make his way back to the front. The 50 is Sean McCarrick going to tuck in behind him. I have a feeling we're about to see several drivers hit pit road all at once, as everyone's starting to get single file now. Will Weber, the last one to get into that line. They don't come down pit road just yet, but their tanks are starting to run dry. They've been able to stretch this. They are going to have to take a full tank of fuel to cover themselves for a green-white checkered attempt. Dave Hunt in the 53 getting ready to go another lap down. Hunt staying to the high side. And now here comes the big break. Oh, that is the 77. He's going to get turned, but it is down below the racing line. Mark Mann able to get through cleanly, but David Booth and the 52 of Randall Cobb both go spinning, but we stay green as this all happened below the yellow line. Caution will not come out if you are spinning below the yellow line. And the 11 of Chase Berry is your race leader. Will Weber in the 24 and the 11 of Chase Berry have not pitted yet, along with the 50 of Sean McCarrick. So when will these 2 drivers hit pit road? Dave Hunt gonna join them. He had not pitted yet either, though Hunt is 2 laps down. So they will make their break for pit road. Sean McCarrick in the 50 all by himself. He is coming down pit road. And so now we're going to catch up as this is going to cycle around the 63 and the 28. 2 tire stops for these 2 drivers. Very quick pit stops for them. They have a 3-second lead over the 4 of Rick Sebrands. And Logan Helton going to take over the race lead once again. That is the 62 of Les Levy. Les going to be 2 laps down here. Les has used a fast repair to get that machine fixed. Rick Sebrands in the 4, Mark Mann in the 04. They're going to have to play some catch up here. We have 13 laps to go. They're sitting 3rd and 4th. They are 3 seconds behind Derek Conley. But then here is where a lot of the muscle is going to come in. The 40 of Anthony English, the 51 of Travis Elliott, the 21 of Daniel Holloway. They're starting to have some momentum build up. The 8 of Cody Ober, Alex Green, Dan Harrington, Robert Payne. These 4 drivers all pitted together, along with the 21 of Holloway. Their strategy, their gamble, is that there will not be a green and white checkered attempt. Conley and Helton have enough fuel to cover green, white checkered attempts here if we need them. James Mayer in the 95, he is now the first car 1 lap down. The 62 of Les Levy, he is the first car 2 laps down. But the 63 and the 28, they are racing for the lead. The 40 of Anthony English now starting to close in on them. The 4 of Rick Sebrands, the 04 of Mark Mann, they were at 1.3 seconds behind the battle for the lead. Now it's cut down to 1.3 as we have 10 laps to go. You can see that lead is dwindling. The best thing that could happen right now is the 28, the 95, the 63, and the 62 all stay side by side and try and take up some room on this track so that when Anthony English catches up to him, he's going to have a tough decision to make as far as going 3 wide or not. That is the 10 of Robert Duvendak, about ready to go a second lap down. Duvendak now, he's going to tuck in. But Anthony English is on the move. He is closing in quickly. He is not going to really be able to use his momentum, as it still looks like they're going to be too wide, but English now going to tuck in behind the 95 of Mayer. Holloway, though, he says, screw it, I'm going 3 wide. Daniel Holloway to the outside. No one going with him. This could cost him some spots. He is desperate for some help, but he is hanging tough by himself in that 3rd lane. So now Holloway starting to lose some ground. Nobody wanted to move up into that 3rd lane with him, but here comes the 51 of Elliott. But Elliott's going to get into the wall. That's going to scrub some speed off. With 8 laps to go, I don't know if they're going to be able to make this to the checkered flag without wadding up a race car 10. But that's why we run all the laps. Oh, as Mayer does get into the wall, that is going to collect Holloway. And the caution flag is going to come out. And they have wadded up just a few cars that time. Watch high atop from the blimp. And it looks like James Mayer blew an engine. Dan Harrington in the 82 goes for a hard impact into the wall. But the 95 just let go, and that is what set this all off. Take another look at this one. You can see that 95 just popped his engine. Daniel Holloway having nowhere to go. Travis Elliott nowhere. Dan Harrington in the 82. Hard impact with the wall. So several torn up race cars all over a popped engine from the 95 at James Mayer. Going to bring out a caution here, but this caution is not close enough for a green-white checkered attempt. We will get the green flag within our scheduled distance. This is going to be a break for some drivers. Cody Ober in the 8, he is going to head down onto pit road. Holloway going to try and hammer out some of his damage. The 4 of Rick Seabrand's had to use a fast repair there. And with the caution flag coming out, I'm going to take this moment, take a break. I'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field has been slowed behind the pace car. We are working our 6th caution of the night. 2 of those were stage cautions. But now let's take a moment and let's talk to a driver we haven't talked to in a while. That is the 52 of Randall Cobb, our pole sitter for tonight, winning his first pole of the night. Randall, you got your ears on?
Yeah, I got you, KR.
All right, we'll make this quick as the lights have gone out on the pace car. That 52 machine earned its first pole here tonight. You've had a rough go at it here in this 3rd stage, but now you are the 4th car on the inside lane. What's your plan to win this race, man?
That's a good question. I wasn't expecting to be here. I'm glad to have that caution. Got dumped there going into pit road, but you know, I'm just gonna try to honestly probably maybe get to the outside, look for that 3rd row maybe.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any real quick shout outs or special thank yous you'd like to give?
Mainly to you guys, man. You guys do a great job. I love whenever I get put out of the race or after I get done, you know, checking you guys out. You do a great job, and just shout out to my teammates. This is the first night we've had 5 teammates. Buck Wild Racing has grown to 5 drivers now, so shout out to all my teammates and you guys in OP Racing. Thanks a lot.
All right, that is Randall Cobb, driver of the 52 machine for Buck Wild Racing. He gets ready to go back green flag racing. Derek Conley choosing the inside lane. Logan Helton on his outside. Gonna take the green flag with 3 laps to go. The 21 of Holloway rejoining the race here. Is he gonna get in a line, but heavily torn up? That 21 is gonna need a lot of help to win this one. Here we go. Derek Conley on the throttle as we get back to it. 3 more times around. Can Conley make it 2 in a row? Logan Helton on his outside, but that outside lane has really fizzled out. Logan Helton has no help. The 40 of Anthony English. Now he's going to make a move to the outside. Derek Conley looking for some help. Here comes the 3 of Robert Payne. He's got a full head of steam. He's going to get to the back bumper of Conley. Side by side for the race lead, the 28 and the 40. Conley in the inside lane, just not having enough momentum for the moment. The 40 of Anthony English, your race leader. Chase Berry in the 11 machine trying to make something happen in the third lane as the 40 of English gonna dive down to the inside. As we look out the back of this 40 machine, you can see it is a tight, packed field. Everyone knows it is go time. Give and take is no more. It is all about what you can get. Logan Helton in the 63 looking for his first win of the season. He has Mr. Excitement, Alex Green, right there behind him. That 15 machine going to be looking to win his first race of the season as well. But Anthony English in the 40 going to try and make something happen. English, another driver, desperate for his first win as we get the white flag, 1 to go, presented by Alliance Motorsports. And the 40 of Anthony English gonna try and win this thing. Derek Conley in the 28, all over his back bumper as they make their way for turn number 3. Logan Helton has Alex Green to help him out. Conley trapped behind the 40. He has now got to resign himself to pushing to the tri-oval. We got cars crashing behind them, but here they come, and Logan Helton in the 63 is going to win it as they pile up behind. Another one going up and over, but Logan Helton going to win his first race of the season, as they are all sorts of torn up behind them. Let's take a look at this one. Will Weber gets out of shape. Cody Over, Chase Berry going around. Then they stack up as they cross the start-finish line. Duvendak on his lid. That 10 machine tumbling. But Logan Helton able to get through it all. We ride on board for this finish, looking out the back of the 63. The Logan Helton picking up his first win, and he is going to celebrate by cutting some donuts through the grass. Man, oh man, your race winner, Logan Helton. Anthony English going to bring it home in second, and Derek Conley rounds out your podium here tonight. So guys, we're going to set up our post-race show. No one go anywhere. We'll be back to talk to our podium drivers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk to our race winner getting his first win of the season. That is the 63 of Logan Helton. Congratulations, Logan, on that race win.
Thank you. Thanks to Alex Green as well for helping me on that last lap.
Well, the 63 came into tonight second place in the point standings, but now with that race win, you all but secure yourself into the playoffs. What does this race win mean to you here tonight?
Just like you said, locks me into the chase, and now I can kind of, I don't know if you'd say relax, but kind of think about conserving the car in later races now instead of every race going for it.
Well, Checkered Flag Motorsports being well represented by this 63 machine. You were a solid car all night long. This race, though, coming to the end of that, battling with the 28 of Derek Conley. Walk us through the restart and then the last few laps.
Well, on the restart, I saw the 15 get loose or in the tires. I don't know what exactly happened, but I thought I was going to be left all alone, so I was trying to find a hole, and I thought I might as well just, I don't know, just risk it by staying on the high side, and maybe someone would come pick me up. And I saw the 40 come up, and I thought I'd push him hard as I could so he could get clear, and then Alex could come push me. And then the last lap, it was just I was trying everything I could to get up to the front, and at the finish line, me and the 40 slammed into each other, and I just got to the line, or he did just barely. I'm looking at it now, 1/100th of a second.
Well, man, again, congratulations on the race win. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Thanks to my friends and family that watch the race every night. Thanks to my real life sponsors, RGC Media and East Bay Landscaping. You guys for putting on the broadcast, and OP Racing for putting on the races every week. They're a blast to come and do.
That is your race winner, Logan Helton. And again, Logan, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Now it's time to move on to our second place finisher, and that is the 40 of Anthony English. Anthony, you bring it home second place here tonight. Had a shot at winning this one, but just 0.017 separates you from a race win here tonight. Tell us about your finish.
Oh, well, I mean, it was a tough run there at the end. First off, I want to thank Derek. He tried his damnedest to get me up there, push me to the win. I thought we had it. we separated just a little bit coming out of 3 and 4, and once he door slammed me, he just shut all my momentum down, and he just kept going. So I was done when he door slammed me. But other than that, it was a pretty good run. I'll take a second. Decent points tonight. Logan's he's a hell of a rookie, and everybody's gonna have a problem with him here coming up.
Looking for your first win of the season, but sitting comfortably in the top 5 in the point standings. Are you going to be able to make it into this championship without a win, or do you feel you need it?
If you want my honest opinion, is I think it was me and Logan racing for that points position if we didn't get a win. So if me or him got a win tonight, I was pretty sure me or him are going to make it in on points. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I just keep a couple more solid finishes and stuff. I can probably sneak in here.
All right, man. Well, solid second place for you here tonight, helping your chances out in that points battle for sure. But man, like I said, a fast car each and every week, that 40 machine is. We know it's only a matter of time before you do get into victory lane. We head to Daytona 07 next week. What's your outlook on that track?
Oh, I hate the damn place, but it probably gives me some of my most consistent finishes. So I'm gonna go in smiling and see what happens.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Oh, yeah, first off to you, KR, and everybody at Turn 3, my team, Alliance Motorsports, and all them guys, Alex and everybody for putting on what they do here. and Derek for trying his damnedest to get me there. It was so close. Thanks, Derek.
All right, Anthony, again, congratulations on second place, man. Nice job out there tonight.
Thank you. You have a good one.
That was Anthony English bringing it home in second place. But now, let's talk to our third place finisher, last week's race winner. That is the 28 of Derek Conley. Derek, how you doing out there tonight, man?
You know, I could get used to talking to you after the race.
Well, it's not a bad place to be.
I'm doing pretty good over here. Not the finish that we wanted over here at the 28 team, but you know what? It's a podium finish. It's a good points night for us, so we'll take it.
So the 28 picked up its first win of the season last week. Here you are with a third place. You're starting to get hot as the regular season draws to a close. What is your outlook here as we got 4 races left in the regular season as far as for playoffs and championship hopes?
You know, I just got to stay consistent. I mean, we've turned out some pretty good points nights. Got the win last week. Had a couple of good points nights before that, and of course tonight with the third place win. Our main objective right now, 2 teammates wins. That's Ernie and Will. So that's what we're working towards. And if they're in the position, that's team orders right there. Get them the win. Unfortunately, tonight Will wasn't in the position. He was kind of marred back, and I was, so I was going for it everything I could. Then Anthony got in front of me, and you know he hadn't got a win either, so I was going to just push him.
This whole race here tonight seemed like a lot of give and take was out there, a lot of respect given to these drivers, but you know, when you get a caution that sets it up for 3-lap sprint to the finish, pretty much all bets are off. You've restarted as the leader for that. Walk us through your final 3 laps and what kind of nerves of steel you got to have be able to pull that off.
Well, if you're starting off at the front within a green-white checker 3 laps to go or whatever, it doesn't matter what you do. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You don't want to be in the front. You want to be second place, top or bottom line, because that's where you're going to get your best runs. And I knew right off the rip I was in a bad spot. And, you know, it showed. I mean, we ended up getting overtaken there. I was trying everything I could to get Anthony back. I was waiting to be put back second place on that bottom. And I tried everything that I could to clear Logan. But then Alex just had the big push on Logan there and couldn't get around him. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
All right, Derek. Well, man, third place ain't nothing to, you know, frown about. Picked up the race win last week, and again, another solid finish. So any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
As always, I want to thank you all up in the booth. I mean, y'all do a great job week in, week out dealing with us. I want to thank the guys at OP Racing, Rob, Cody, and Alex for putting on the races every single week. I thank my teammates, Josh, Hunter, Will, Ernie, you know, some of the best teammates out there. And thank everybody for watching. I know 90% of them are Logan fans, but every once in a while we get someone else that's out there. I want to thank everybody that comes in and watches.
Well, I'll tell you, Dustin was rooting for you.
Dustin's my boy.
Dustin had you picked. So too did Mac Baggins. But third place here. Didn't come away with the win, but I bet your fans are happy with the third.
Can't complain with a podium finish ever.
All right, Derek. Well, man, congratulations.
Corona.
Do what?
You coughed. I said Corona.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I infected everybody now. My bad. Better go get some TP.
Have a good one, KR.
All right, that is Derek Conley bringing it home in third place here tonight. Little bit of humor provided in what could only be described as scary moments throughout the global event that we got going on. Nothing left here tonight but to go through our race results. Logan Helton picking up first win of the season. Anthony English into second place. Derek Conley finishing third. Alex Green, fourth place here tonight. John McCarrick in the 50 machine, going to bring it home in fifth place, crashing at the start-finish line. Robert Payne in the 3 machine, going to end up sixth. Mark Mann, 7th, 8th place, our pole sitter, Randall Cobb. 9th place going to the 4, Rick Seabrand's Mark Vega, finished 10th. 11th going to the 77th, 15th spot, Cody Ober, 16th. 17th going to Will Weber. Rob Connors finishing in 18th. 19th, Robert Duvendak. Aspen Belvin finishing in 20th. 21st going to Dave Hunt. Les Levy finishing 22nd. 23rd going to David Overstreet. James Mayer finishing 24th. 25th, Josh Milam. Rodney Cobb finishing 26th. 27th, Doug Rice. And Cody Eldred, our race control here tonight. As always, we want to give a special thank you. Huge shout out to Cody Eldred as he gave up his race seat to hold that race control position. It is a thankless job. That is why I feel the need to give Cody Eldred these huge special thank yous each and every week. So guys, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. As I mentioned, Dave Worrell had to leave early. He was heavily medicated. The medicine's starting to kick in and he was desperate to leave. So we gave him an early exit. But guys, he hung in there. And a big shout out and thank you to Dave Worrell for joining me here tonight. And that is going to wrap it up for us here at Turn 3 Racing Network. Make sure you join us all next week as we will be at Daytona 07. That is the bumpy Daytona track. Look forward to that one. It is my favorite super speedway. And until then, guys, y'all have a good night. And of course, we're going to sign off with a video put together by some members here in the OP Racing. Y'all, I'll see you next week.
Warning, the following stunts are performed by idiots or under the supervision of stupider idiots. If you attempt to reenact any of these idiotic stunts you will see, you will be left with idiotic scars. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alex Green. Welcome to OP Racing.